Hi, everyone. Welcome back to All Kinds of Advice podcast. For today's episode, we are going to be talking about Young Miami, also known as Carisha. We know her, she's a part of the group, the City Girls with JT. But she has been coming under a lot of criticism. A lot of people have been criticizing her online lately, based on, the whole Diddy situation with Cassie. People have been coming for her. So we're going to talk about it today. But before I go into it, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to this channel. Let's keep it growing and flowing. Thank you. So I seen recently, Shade Room posted a video of Carisha when she was live, in which she mentioned something along the lines of, that people or individuals have to learn to block out the noise. She was pretty much giving advice, and how I sort of took the advice, I took it as to mean like no matter if negative things are happening around us, or no matter if things are not going as planned, or even like if we're going through harsh times, that we should not let that affect us, I guess, mentally. I guess that's what she was alluding to. And I'm just like, oh my goodness, like she I mean she is acting brave. I would feel like a lot of people have been saying, like, why are you still with Diddy? They're coming after her. They're saying, like, she should run from Diddy. She should have nothing to do with him. And a lot of people are also mentioning that she is probably being abused, like Cassie as well. And she's been like ignoring all of that. So I feel like her coming out and giving the advice, I feel like that was pretty much her saying this is how she's been dealing with, the whole fiasco, or the whole, like escalations that's been going on with Diddy, or the allegations. I feel like that's how she's been like blocking it out and continue to remain strong and that sort of thing. People are seeing that she's not talking about it, but I really wholeheartedly think like she feels some type of way about it. And why wouldn't she? She's human. But what she's doing is she's putting her best foot forward. She's saying, I'm not about to make these people sweat. Like, this whole situation had nothing to do with me. I was not involved in this type of situation. So why should I, sweat over this? So why should I show people that I'm in, like, a weak point? Like, why should I do that? But she's a lot of people are thinking that she should cut ties with Diddy. And I'll read you guys some of the comments. Some of the people, on Shade Room's post mentioned, one person said it's a difference in blocking out noise and ignoring the truth. That's the real message of the day. And I was like, oh, child, like the shade. Like, people are out here in these streets and they're coming for her and they're not stopping. But at the end of the day, if she wants to address this, she can, but she doesn't have to, because as I said, this was not, she's not the one that did those things to Cassie, or those nasty things to Cassie, right? It was really, really hurtful what Cassie went through. She should not have had to go through those things. And, I don't wish that on anyone. But I feel like people are sort of, grouping, what Diddy did, and they're involving Young Miami or Carisha when she pretty much didn't have anything to do with that. But I also get at the same time that people are involving her because she's associated with this person. But then if we're looking at it, full circle, and we're looking at it from all angles, she has a lot of contract and dealings with Diddy. Is she supposed to sort of, cut ties with him? Like, what is going to be, the legal obligation towards her contract? We don't even know how long she's signed under these business deals that she has with Diddy. We know that she has the podcast Carisha Please. She's coming out soon with a reality show as well. So she's tied up with this man. It's not like she could go the next day and be like, okay, I'm cutting ties with him. That will make her lose money at the end of the day. Like, Diddy is like a huge part of her success, aside from with the rapping and that sort of thing. But aside from the rapping, like, he, and also too, like, it's been confirmed, I think, that, he also pays her as well. Like he pays her, I think they said something along the lines of 500,000 or yeah, $500,000, just to, I guess, be with him, or put up with him. He pays her, for her service. And at one point when he had cut the money to 275,000, she had walked away. So the reason why she's not addressing things, or she's not coming out and saying anything, or she's not in support of, what happened, perhaps, like maybe, in the back of her mind, she's like, oh my God, like these are horrible things that Cassie had to go through. But she is there for the money. And the money is keeping her there at the end of the day. And some people have this mentality where they believe in forgiveness. Like maybe, those are things that he did in the past. Maybe he does not treat her in that type of way. Or maybe, they do things like freak offs, but she is, complacent to that type of stuff. Or she, gives her consent to stuff like that. So it's not like he's sort of forcing her. But, some other people were saying, another person said, when you're giving advice, but it don't make sense. And then one other person, I'll read another comment. They said, girl, if you still want to date Diddy after he made a baby on you, abused women, and raped men, then carry on. Tell that to yourself. We don't need to block out that noise. You do. But as long as you rich, it don't matter. We know, girl. We know. I tell you, they're coming for her. But I have to commend, her level of bravery. I have to commend the fact that she is still showing, a good face. She's still showing, that she's strong. I haven't seen that she's come online and broken down. We have to commend that because, she's getting a lot of backlash from people, and people are not letting up. They're coming after her because of Diddy. But let me know in the comment section below, do you feel that the whole allegations against Diddy, do you feel that Carisha should be blamed too? Do you feel that she should cut her ties with him? Or do you feel like, it's going to be extremely hard for her to do that because, she's probably tied up in contracts. It's not easy to just say goodbye. People were saying that she stopped following him on Instagram, but I did check and she is still following him. I don't feel like it's easy as 1, 2, 3. Like, come on now. Like, it's going to take her time to, move away from him. And maybe he treats her really well, aside from the fact that, he had the baby on her, which was not the best, thing that could happen to her. But she seems to be okay with it. So we're going to continue just drinking water. I'm minding her business. But let me know. Those are my thoughts on the whole situation. I don't feel like it's extremely easy for her to cut ties with him because they have, business dealings with each other. But let me know your thoughts in the comment section below. That's all for today for All Kinds of Advice podcast. And I'll catch you guys on the next episode. Take care. Ciao.